Gym goers of Reddit, what is something protocol, etiquette, tips, etc. the New Year resolutioners should know about the gym? Re-rack your weights. Don't leave your weights on the bar. After you are finished, return the weights. Remember that before you can get into heaven, you have to do a single squat under all the weight you left racked like a dickhead. People may ask you how many sets you have left, etc. They're not being rude. They're just trying to plan their workout around you. They're not rushing you, or if they are, you're not obligated to rush, unless you've been camping for a long time. If equipment is limited and somebody is lifting a similar amount of weights as you can ask to work in with them. Basically, taking turns using the equipment while they're using it. If feasible, it's nice and expedient. You're not obligated to rush unless you've been camping for a long time. Best advice I received for the insecure. Do you have a hobby? Do you get excited when you see someone is interested in that hobby? Do you like to talk about your hobby and share information about it when people who know less than you? Or even a small amount of pride seeing someone new to your hobby? So you see that really swole dude that intimidates you so much. This is his hobby. He's probably super stoked about it. Edit. This may not necessarily mean go up and talk to everyone at the gym, but definitely that people probably aren't as mean and unapproachable as you might think. Standard rules still apply. Don't just walk up to someone with headphones on or shoulder tap someone mid-lift. Exactly! I'm a musician and love when I see a new person playing an instrument. Yeah, that clarinet sounds like a dying cat right now, but we all start somewhere. Same at the gym. Girl, I would love if you asked me how to figure out the buttons on the stair climber machine. No need to feel embarrassed for not knowing because a couple years ago I was in the same spot, and so was the girl that helped me out when I had to ask back then. Plus, the stair stepper in my gym has the same amount of random buttons as a spaceship, it seems. Don't start big just because your friends or everyone else is lifting big. Start small. It'll be easier to maintain the routine, and there's a much smaller chance you'll injure yourself. Good form and moderate weight. Bad form and heavy weight. Even good form and lightweight is better than anything that gives you a bad form. Bad form is exactly how injuries happen. I guess that's why it's called bad. And you will be much less sore the next day or two. Start with ridiculously low weights and focus on form. It should feel way too easy. After a few times, you'll have a much better idea of what is a good weight to be using. Honestly, when I first lifted, I just used the bar and nothing else to get the form right. It was ridiculously easy, but it helped get me back into working out and made sure I made much fewer form mistakes. One thing, if you are unsure how to do an exercise correctly, for the love of God, ask. Most people are friendly and will help. This goes for a lot of things. Instead of posting inane rambling on Reddit about how the guy has been hugging the bench for 45 minutes, ask him if you can work in. Ramble online if he refuses. If you need a piece of equipment, ask the guy how long he needs it for, because prompting him will let him know to tell you when it's free and hopefully stopping someone else from jumping in and snatching it when he's done. If you need a spot, ask someone nearby. It's stupid to risk an injury when someone nearby can quickly lend a hand. And more to this, a spotter ideally only needs to take like 20 pounds off the bar for you to finish a lift. The girls nearby can handle that, so don't be afraid to ask literally anyone. They don't need to be muscle monsters to help you rip a bench. The gym is a personal space for a lot of people, but you're still sharing it, so talk to people if you need something. Don't hog the weights. The most annoying thing someone can do is hog all the freaking weights and dumbbells and refuse to let others use them. Me and a friend were about to use a pull-down machine. Some guy stopped us and wanted the attachment. Whatever, we let him take it. and we found a similar attachment. This fucking asshole sat at his machine for 20-30 minutes doing fucking nothing on his phone. We were long done our set before he even used the attachment. I was brand new to a gym once. I was there with a friend who was helping me out. As we were making our rounds to different equipment, we got to a cable machine and some guy comes running up to us and asks us what we are doing. We tell him we're about to use the machine, one that nobody was at for the past 10 minutes. He proceeds to tell us that he is doing circuit training and that he had the machine saved. He then points to a cleaning cloth and says that's how you can tell it's saved. He then points to a bunch of cloths at different machines saying that they are all saved for the next 2 hours. This was a Planet Fitness. I saw an older woman using a leg machine and a young woman on a different machine said, "Oh, you can't use that one. My stuff is there. I'm saving it." The older woman said, "But you're using a different machine now." Asshole younger woman just kept saying that she was using bot and tried to get the older woman to leave. Thankfully, the older woman just ignored her and kept going. It's amazing how selfish and stupid they can be. The really huge, intimidating-looking guy squatting half the plates in the gym is probably pretty friendly and the most likely guy to help you out and offer you good advice. Yep, that guy's hobby is exactly the thing you need to know about. People generally like to talk about their hobbies. Bot commends are great advice. A lot of us have spent years making mistakes and learning from them. We've had all sorts of injuries, tweaks, different diet plans, different routines, etc. I know for myself and many others as well, we would be more than happy to share what we know. There's a lot of bullshit and bad advice out there, so I try to do my part to combat that. Ripped dudes cannot wait to tell you about all their stupid mistakes in my experience. They have failed so often that they have no ego left. Met my workout buddy this way. Gigantic Viking-looking dude. He was the biggest dude in the gym and I wanted him to spot me. Said he had been going to the gym for like 4 months and nobody had ever talked to him. Now we're Hans and Fence style swole mates. Nobody cares what you look like at the gym. You shouldn't be discouraged by feeling that people are going to judge you for being too fat, thin at the gym. The entire purpose of that place is to build a healthier body. If anything, I always looked up to the really out of shape people who would came in and work out hard. It's incredibly motivating to see. Besides that, even if someone does judge you for being fat or skinny at the gym, their opinion probably isn't worth much if that's how they think. Adding to this no judgment point, if you see someone dressed up in cute or fashionable gym clothes, don't be a negative Nelly. Sometimes people wear those types of gym clothes because they feel confident or comfortable, or maybe it gives them something to look forward to when they're dreading a workout. I've only ever heard newcomers make remarks because I like wearing old concert tees tied up or crop tops when working out. Does my shirt concern them? No. Does it make them feel better about themselves to talk shit? I don't know how. But as long as it's not offensive or dangerous clothing, like high heels on a treadmill, just let people be and keep comments to yourself. Just get your headphones on and zone out to your music of choice. And for the love of God, always wipe your machines down and re-rack your weights. For the love of God, put weights back where you found them. If you're strong enough to lift them in the first place, you're strong enough to put them back. Edit. Thanks for doubling my upvotes. As many of you have said, this applies to all equipment, not just weights. And if something is obviously in the wrong place when you see it, find the right spot to put it back. Have a happy new year all. This is especially frustrating when it's someone putting heavy dumbbells in a light dumbbell spot. Chances are you just screwed over the new person who isn't strong enough to lift your 75-pound dumbbells. Now they have to place to put their 10 pounds dumbbells. This brings up more good advice. Stay humble as you reach your goals. Be courteous to your peers. Also f***s up the staff. Just because I work at the gym Doesn't mean I have infinite strength. Busted my back real bad one night, closing, putting away a 90-pound dumbbell since I have to re-rack everything at the end of the night.